All right, now let's try that again. What's up,
Yes.
everybody? Welcome to Warpoint Streaming Live, your source for nerdy news.
Where we try to be.
Where we try to be, when things cooperate.
We try
with
to
us.
be.
I just suck.
We try to bring you these latest stories. At least the ones that interest us. We hope we connect with you
911
people.
GT3 RS. I'll take 2.
Nice.
Um,
And I feel, God, Rob, I wish I would have remembered to bring this up to you
to me.
before we started streaming, because it's not really something I want to discuss on camera.
Fair.
It's nothing personal. It's about the show. You know what? Let's just bring everybody into it.
Behind the scenes.
The stories we're talking about, Rob, I was hoping we could set it so we could break these down and post them to YouTube as individual stories.
We'll do that.
We have a back and forth discussion, 5 to 10 minutes on each story.
I like it.
Give a little second pause. And if you don't feel like editing it, I'm sure we can hire us a freelance.
Right. Well, Bren, what are the stories we are talking about today?
So tonight we will be talking about, we had a canceled Iron Man game. For those of you who didn't know, a very rocky relationship between this studio and Disney. We have Matrix characters potentially coming to Multiverse.
I like it.
We'll be going into how they found this out. We have more Calisto news coming to Gamescom for all you Dead Space fans. I know. I'm so excited. Yoshi P, as much as I love the man for his work on Final Fantasy XIV, he says that Final Fantasy is struggling to adapt to the modern trends. We'll get into more why that. We have Gamescom, as we just said, with Calisto news, and we have THQ Nordic. I like the studio. I like what they do. A lot of fantasy games. That's my thing, though. Can wait or can't wait.
So, before we get into that, we got to start this in the time-honored tradition.
We do. And you know what, Rob? You're going to go first this time.
I'm going to go first.
You're going first.
My whole lot of non-interesting life. So, for those who don't know, we start the show by just going through and talking about what we've been doing for the past week, games we've been playing, movies we've been watching, such and such. Been playing a lot of Monster Hunter Rise. If you've been watching the channel, you've seen us streaming it, enjoying it.
Oh yeah,
loving it.
The heat's on for Rob to stay up to date on it because
I know.
And we're gonna have to drag. Freezing!
What's up, man?
What's up? I thought I quickly skimmed it, and I thought it was something about me looking fuzzy. Don't mind me, I'm retarded.
Buddy.
I know.
So, I've been playing Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
I watched, I think it's called Day Shift with Jamie Foxx. It's on Netflix. He's a vampire hunter. It's like an action horror comedy. It was pretty good. I liked it.
Nice. Just woke up.
Nice.
Awesome. Well, hey, at least you're just waking up and not coming in, not just barely making it in for your lunch break.
Right.
So.
Other than that, I've just been working a lot. getting the kids ready for school because school starts in a week for them. Actually,
Same here. Same
yeah,
here.
just under a week now. um, other than that, yeah, I haven't been doing too much. What about you, man? What have you been up to?
So I've been up to a good bit.
Ooh,
Well,
saving the best for last.
as you know, yeah. I finally made the dive and got a capture card.
Yes.
So, you know what? I figured between that, the laptop, the monitor, if you saw on Facebook, I have this whole new setup now at my desk. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna dive into the streaming.
Head first.
I think I am gonna switch it up
Okay.
over to YouTube.
Ooh.
Or maybe I will find that workaround you were telling me about and multi it.
Or what we can do, like we've talked about in the past. You go live on YouTube using the our YouTube, and I'll go live on Twitch, and then you get 2 views with 2 separate like entities, and you can jump back and forth. You can have us up
There you
split
go.
screen and watch
Because I don't know if I can stay logged in on Warp's Twitch.
Right.
For OBS, but then in the browser be logged out and in on my personal account.
I don't know if that'll work either.
I don't know, but you know what? If I can just throw YouTube up,
Pilching the channels.
yeah.
I like it.
I can have Twitch. I have the Samsung TV I'm using as a monitor. Twitch on, I can split the screen, Twitch on one, YouTube on the other. Keep an eye on both.
Yeah.
And yeah, but can you capture and play on the Switch on your computer? Can you?
That's a good point. I cannot. I gotta get a cam link. Or I can use Droid Cam, like you do.
Yeah, it literally took less than 3 minutes to set up.
Yeah, maybe I'll have to do that.
Because it uses my IP address to link the cam to the laptop. I tried doing the USB. It wouldn't stick, and you know what? It's working fine over internet, over Wi-Fi.
Maybe we'll do it that way then, yeah.
Yeah. Jay is taking a personal day. He's got some of his own things. He's really busy.
Yeah.
He's got some of his own stuff he needs to take care of. And we told him, it's fine, dude.
Yeah,
we
you
can
gotta use a vacation day. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll miss you, but we can handle it.
We here at Warp Point, we care about our employees' mental health.
No, you say it like we actually pay them.
We pay each other. We all pay ourselves with kindness and love.
Yeah. In our own Prime memberships.
Yeah, right. Oh shit.
So yeah, but yeah, I've been playing Monster Hunter Rise. I went back to World a couple times. Tyler, it turns out my stream actually did look like crap. Although you wouldn't have been able to tell because you were using your phone, which is obviously a much smaller screen than a monitor. Yeah, my stream was only outputting at 480.
Oh no. That standard definition.
And I was trying to figure out why. Yeah, but I'm getting the hang of OBS and setting everything up.
It's all learning experience, man.
Yeah. I do want to I don't want to be a one game streamer.
You want to be a multi-stream. Diverse.
Diversify like my portfolio.
Boom.
Yeah,
We
that's
talking
not really all that
investments over here now. Look
yeah.
at that.
um buying I haven't bought any movies. I've been laying off the movies, but I I picked up more tech.
More
I now
tech.
have I now have a full setup.
I
I
like
feel
it.
professional.
I like it. So Saturday night, what it is the fact that my camera runs through my capture card. So in order to go to my capture card with the Switch, I'd have to get either a cam link or an alternative to a cam link, or use the Droid cam and use my phone as my
Uh,
webcam.
Yeah, there's now an app you can download on your phone. It's an it has its own once you download it, I think it pretty much just comes up on OBS. When you go to add something, you'll see the Droid Cam
Sort of.
logo in your list of add-ons. And
Nice.
you click on that, you click on your IP address, you give it a second, open the app on your phone, it'll, give it a second to link together and
Boom.
boom, you're right there.
Ready
And
to
it
roll.
even gives you a list. You can set your autofocus to tap or auto, or I think there's another option. I don't remember which it is, but and then you can switch between your different camera lenses on your phone, which I found one of the camera lens on the back of my phone, Rob. It's like a
Yeah.
fisheye lens,
Ooh, wide.
super super wide, rounded look.
I like it.
It's weird. Makes
I
me feel like a
like
ska band video.
it.
Because you move and you see like the distortion a little bit.
Fair. Got the ska band vibes going on.
Yeah.
I like
No, we'll pass on that. We'll
it.
pass on that. Nobody needs to see this wider than I actually am.
But then you can see your whole room, is what it is.
I know, but I like the way it looks now.
Fair. Fair.
So
So yeah, I mean that if is that all you got? You
yeah, I mean, I just Monster Hunter, getting used to OBS, and I finished my ceiling in here.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a while since we've actually done a show because we've been gaming the past couple of weeks. It's all
Just
right though.
I know there's a lot going on. Sometimes you just throw the game up, let yourself escape for a little bit.
Right? I love it. I love it. All right then. I guess with that, we will jump into the news. Now, see, if I was
Yeah.
smart, I would do something like this. We are with the news
There you
now.
go.
You like that? Like a little
There
transition.
Yes, that transition will be nice for breaking it down on YouTube, which is
Boom.
great. So, our first story, as I said, we had a bit of a rocky, rough relationship between Avalanche Studios, which is the team that did Just Cause What?
I just love where you got this from.
I know. And I do have to give them credit. This story I pulled from Kotaku.
Ooh, there's
Okay.
$5,000
I know.
fine.
Oh God, I don't have the money for that.
We aren't that
But
big.
Avalanche Studios spent 2 years working on an Iron Man game that they had to scrap because, according to someone that used to work at the studio, Disney said they weren't making it fast enough.
Leave it to them.
Talk,
Leave it to Disney
yeah.
to crunch.
I
Have
was
crunch in there.
going to say, yeah. Me personally, crunch is good for some people. Some people thrive under the crunch. Some people don't. It's hard to tell who does and who doesn't. You know what I mean?
Very true. Very
But
true.
what Disney wanted in order for them to make this game was they would have had to have hired 70 to 80 people. to handle making this game in the time frame that Disney wanted. But then what do you do with those 70, 80 people after you release Disney's game? They don't care.
They're temps, basically. They're just temps.
Yeah. Which we've seen can lead, well, I've seen, not me personally, but from stories that I've read, hiring these temp agencies to do games leads to trouble. Look into that with Nintendo. They're currently going through it right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they didn't go into many details on it. They did say it focused on melee combat similar to the Arkham games.
Which would be fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
it's got to be better than
I
the
love
Rails VR game.
Surprisingly, dude, there's a lot to controlling that game.
Yeah, but I heard like the actual like playing of it isn't bad, but the actual like storyline and stuff just sucks.
Oh yeah, because you can't move around.
Yeah.
You pick points of interest and then you automatically go over there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
PlayStation's early VR. PlayStation was early in its VR. We got some good stuff coming for PSVR too.
Oh,
I cannot wait. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I already told my wife it's happening.
Brent's got it pre-ordered in his mind already.
Oh, I do. I already told the wife it's coming, and I'm selling the PSVR. She called me ridiculous.
Hey,
but yeah, they're. Huh?
Said I know somebody who might want it.
Okay. Yeah. Well, what do you have to say about this, Rob? Because there's not much to this story. It was an insider that they talked to.
And the thing with it that, you know, Sundberg told them was that they would have had to have hired 70 to 80 people. And with those people, it basically would have broken the studio financially. And I mean, on top of that, even if you throw these 70 to 80 people onto the game, they're new to the team. There's not the vibes. You don't like it. It's hard to just throw people onto this team and expect it all to go good.
Yeah.
And I mean,
you get a lot of inside. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was gonna say you get a lot of inside bickering because.
Well, not just bickering, but like, you know, if you're comfortable with somebody that you've worked with for an extended period of time, whether it be 6 months, a year, whatever, you know, you're used to working with them. So, you know, like you and me are working together. I know your strengths and your weaknesses, and we can pick up on each other's, you know, strengths and weaknesses and help each other without even having to say anything. We vibe like that. We coerce like that. Like that's
the
rapport that we've built with each other being on the team. And I mean, sure, you hire these 70 to 80 people, and after a month or two, it would come into starting to pick up those vibes and stuff. But how long would that take? And then after the game's over, you get rid of these 70 to 80 people, and now you got a broken team again because these are people that, you know, the team has grown to enjoy being around and whatnot, and then they're gone. And then on top of that, you know, even if you know, keep some of these people on, these 70 to 80 people, you know, your team of, we'll say 100, 150, whatever it is, they've been with the company for how long? You've had time to vet them. You've had time to know, like the management knows what their strengths and weaknesses are, so they can distribute the work to the proper team members. These 70, 80 people are just coming on. What's to say they're all going to work? What's to say that they're going to be like the people that you're looking for? Because I know, like, I don't know, but I feel like whenever you put together a development team like this, everybody has to vibe with like the style. of the company. You know, because like the Avalanche puts out a much different game than, let's say, Ben. So you couldn't just like take members from Ben Studios and throw them into Avalanche because they don't create the same kind of game. So you know what I mean? So like, how long would it take to even throw together a team of 70 to 80 people to do this? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you. Well, as the writer here, oh, I'm trying to find this person's name. I am. Oh, that's right. It's up
Zach
top.
Swenson.
Zwizen?
Zwenson?
Zach Zwizen. As
CC.
we can all as we can all
house. I'm sorry, my bad.
as we can all agree of what he said, we aren't desperate for a Marvel themed game in 2022.
I mean, we got enough of them.
We
look at
we have an
Avengers.
Avengers game, and
It's like
not
the Wish Avengers.
yeah.
Not very.
Although
impressive.
I've said before, they're all gonna feel like that after we had a decade of Disney's Marvels with the big Hollywood
23
actors.
23 game or movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
let us know
now that we see.
Oh, good.
I was gonna say, now that we see what it's like trying to work with Disney on some things, especially a game, we probably now see what happened with the Avengers game.
Yeah. And I mean, that was Crystal Dynamics. It wasn't even like that was like a low rent studio. You know what I mean? Like, that's Crystal Dynamics.
Yeah. They may be a bigger studio with a much bigger team, but how do we know Disney didn't just hammer them
Right.
to hurry up and get this game out?
Oh, I'm sure they did. So let us know in the comments whether you're live with here or down below on YouTube, or even if you're listening, you know, go to our social medias, which will be linked everywhere. And yeah, leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you were looking forward to another, maybe Iron Man game or any Marvel game for that matter, if you're looking forward to one or you think there should be one.
Booter man.
Sound off. Let us know.
On to the next story. Rob, do you want to take this one, buddy?
So up next, we have the Matrix characters coming to Multiverse. So this one,
hold on. A leak suggests.
well, yeah,
Matrix characters.
So this is something that like I've been meaning to download. So for those that don't know, Multiverses is Warner Brothers version of Smash Brothers, basically. They've thrown a bunch of characters into it, and they all just beat the crap out of each other. And I mean, it looks like a Smash Brothers clone. It's a game that I've been meaning to pick up. I mean, they have Batman and Superman, Scooby-Doo characters, Looney Tunes, Game of Thrones, much more. I mean, all kinds of characters on here. So with all those characters, I mean, you could have an awesome lineup. This game directly came from a meme of Ultra Instinct Shaggy. Like the people wanted it.
A lot of heated debates.
A lot of people wanted it. So if the latest leak is accurate, we may be getting characters from the Matrix. Data miner Asul MV, who leaked Wicked Witch of the West coming to Multiverses recently, has also found evidence including that Neo or one of his friends may be among the characters joining the game. According to Asul MV, the recent Multiverses update added a Matrix code particle animation to the texture in the game. Awesome. Thank you for the subscription.
Saturday night. Round of applause.
7 months. I love it, bud.
That is a beautiful. I love seeing that.
So a sold shared on Twitter along with the newly added heart texture. None of these currently appear anywhere in the game, signaling that developers are laying the groundwork for possible Matrix contexts coming soon. Unfortunately, the mine data doesn't indicate which characters are coming or whether the update DLC will include any Matrix-inspired stages. So it's likely that we'll see Neo, possibly Trinity, and Morpheus. But for right now, all we can do is guess. We do know that Rick and Morty are coming, Black Adam, Stripe from the Gremlins, and we already have Daenerys and Scooby-Doo and Samurai Jack, the Joker, Raven, Powerpuff Girls. I mean, you could just go with so many of them right off the bat.
Dude, Warner Brothers has such an extensive lineup of so many loved things that they could run with.
I know. There's so many. And it's like...
And with Smash Bros. Being out as long as it has, garnering such a big fan base that it has,
Oh, I know.
I think Multiverse could put it on its toes.
Maybe we'll stream some of this. It is a free game.
Yeah. And oh my god.
You got your controller? I got my controller. We could tag team it up.
I got my first Xbox. I got my first Xbox controller.
We could tag team it up, you know? We'll just go ham.
We can.
You be Shaggy, I be Scooby. We'll just go clue hunting on these motherfuckers.
We need sandwiches too.
Oh, well, duh. Like,
we have to stay true to those characters.
Well, zoink, Scoobs.
You're gonna have to up your cardio game.
Oh my god, I'm already... Oh, I'm even more than what I already do.
So let's take a second. Do you think they would bring in characters from the latest Matrix movie?
I don't know.
Because there's a lot of back and forth on love for that movie.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't the biggest fan of it, that's for sure.
It was really the forcing of certain ideals.
You know what? It wasn't even that for me. I mean, that was a part of it, but that wasn't the full thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it really felt like... And, I mean, this is just my opinion, obviously. I think that Keanu was, like, overwhelmed. Because he was doing that and John Wick at the same time. I mean, literally, they built the studio sets next to each other, so you go from one to the other and back and forth.
Was it John Wick 3 or John Wick? No, because John Wick 4 is coming.
Yeah.
It looks like from the trailer we saw that they have most of that movie done. So, I mean, I don't have much. Yeah. Well, we do have a release window for John Wick 4. Yeah. I can pull that up real quick near the end of the show. I really don't have much to add. You pretty much covered all of it.
So, well, what are some characters that you might want to see brought into
Warner Brothers?
Warner Brothers. You got a lot to pull from there.
You have so much to pull. Well, if they're going Adventure Time, which was a cartoon my daughter liked a couple years ago.
They have Jake and Finn.
They do have Jake and Finn. They could pull from Gumball.
The ice
that would be a pretty funny character to see in there. No, I mean Gumball the show.
Oh.
Yeah, the weird cat ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Those that would be purely comical, especially since the father is like a rabbit cat version of Homer Simpson.
All right. Well, let's think about this for a second. All right.
Like
Because
Tyler just said, "Oh my God, code name Kids Next Door."
well, that's what I was just going to say. Like, let's think about our grown up, our Saturday morning cartoons.
Let's go, dude. You got Doug,
Static Shock,
Static Shock,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
the Jackie Chan.
the Jackie Chan Adventures. Bring in Grandpa. Bring in
Oh
Grandpa.
yeah,
One more
oh yeah.
thing. I'll bring him in.
Um,
Remember
oh,
Freakazoid? Give me Freakazoid.
Freakazoid, Billy and Mandy.
I love it.
Animaniacs.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I just had one in my head, and then I forgot it when I saw when he did Billy and Mandy. What are some other ones? Oh crap! I
Remember
just had
Mucha
the cartoon
Lucha?
in my head. Yeah, yeah,
Masked Wrestlers?
yeah, the little luchador kids.
Luchadores!
You could really get some millennials in there spending money. You bring back their childhood.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, um, I mean, you could bring all the Teen Titans into it.
New and old.
Yeah.
The Teen Titans from our years, and then the Let's Go Titans that we have now.
So WB had a partnership with 4Kids Entertainment.
What's 4Kids Entertainment?
So they did a lot with Pokemon.
You ain't getting that.
Crossover event.
I mean,
Bring the money in. It'll bring the money in.
it's Nintendo though.
Bro.
Nintendo don't care. You ain't getting their IPs.
You're not wrong.
Pokemon is on such a resurgence, with Legends Arceus, redoing the what was the last one they did was Gen 4. They did a remaster of, or they getting ready to release. We have Scarlet and Violet coming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We have Scarlet and Violet coming. They say there's a lot of changes coming to Pokemon Go. That's starting to get a resurgence of player base in their player base. You ain't touching it. Nintendo ain't letting a single Pokemon go.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I could see them maybe doing something. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But like WB had a Men in Black cartoon. Agent J and Agent K sitting here with their blasters.
I was gonna say Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones laying a beat down on Batman.
Look directly into the pen.
Nice.
I mean, you could bring in so much. Osmosis Jones. You remember Osmosis Jones?
Yeah. Only if they can get Chris Rock back in there.
Right.
To do some voice.
I mean, it'd be cool.
Dude, you could have the rematch of the century. Will Smith's agent from Men in Black.
Oh,
Chris Rock from Osmosis Jones. You'd have the match of the century right there.
I like it. I like it a lot. So WB had another show that was called Lunatics. And it was like Looney Tunes characters that were in the future with superpower.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, like, you could bring all these superhero Looney Tunes in. I mean, you could bring Taz and Daffy and Darkwing and...
Darkwing Duck.
I am the night.
Um,
I am the terror in the middle of the night. Let's
Marvin
get
Marvin the Martian.
dangerous. Oh yeah, yeah, all of them. Like bring them all. I
Yeah.
love it. So let us know in the comments what are some characters you'd like to see in this awesome multiverses game, and also let us know if you'd like to see us throwing it down, because that might be something that we could do one of these nights.
You know what? We are. It's already decided. We just got to find a night for
Downloading it now.
it.
All right, so up next, we have a little bit of Gamescom news with Callisto Protocol info.
Oh man. To all the Dead Space lovers.
So, for those that don't know, the Callisto Protocol is an upcoming horror title that was announced at the Game Awards in 2020, which looked amazing. And then this year, we got a little bit of an extended trailer on it. Well, we're getting some more information. We know that the Callisto Protocol has a December release date. So we got a couple of months for Striking Distance Studios to hype up the title, which, I mean, it doesn't need much more hyping. It looks so good.
Oh yeah. Whatever you remember about Dead Space, just amp it up. So much more. And they've even decided to add in the environment, whether it benefits you or hurts you.
Right, yeah. Oh, it looks so good. So we know that Glenn Sheffield, I think he's the head producer, will be joining Jeff Keighley on stage for Gamescom opening night live, which is August 23rd. So, we're looking at a week away, next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday, we got to get that night.
Brand new gameplay will be debuted, as Jeff Keighley tweeted out today. And apparently it's going to be even bigger and better than the Summer Games Fest footage that we got a couple months ago. And I mean, Keighley's been hyping this up too. So if he's happy or if he's excited for it, it's got to be good.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I'm so hyped for this. Like, it looks so good.
Did they I'm going to have to I got to check this. As a collector, I have to check this. So go ahead, keep talking for a second.
He's got to check it out. So, like we were talked about, the Callisto Protocol is a Dead Space inspired horror game. It debuts December. Where was that? I had this information in front of me. You think I would pay better attention?
December 2nd.
Yep, December 2nd.
Yeah.
The Callisto Protocol will release December 2nd on PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. This is coming from Striking Distance Studios. They have also done. Let me see here. Oh, this is a fairly newer studio. They debuted in mid 2019. They have 100+ employees, an international team. It's got developers from the Dead Space franchise as well as the Call of Duty series. Let me see here. I thought I had a list somewhere that had the games that they have done. But I got nothing. Either way, the Callisto Protocol looks amazing. If you haven't seen anything of it, look up the Game Awards video. There was a State of Play trailer in June. Lot of big information. Check it out. Look it up. I mean,
And
oh,
to my fellow collectors out there, GameStop is still taking pre-orders.
woot woot.
Yeah. It's it. The button's still red. I haven't clicked it yet. I'll handle that after the show.
Not yet. So let us know if you're excited for Callisto Protocol. If you know what you think about it. Again, chat, join our socials, wherever you want. It's all good.
Yeah. Now, for our next story, this is a man that I love his work. This is a franchise I have been in love with since the mid 90s when Rob introduced me to the Final Fantasy VII title. And since I already said it, you know, we are talking about Naoki Yoshida, the producer for Final Fantasy 16 and currently the head of Final Fantasy 14 game. He says that the Final Fantasy franchise is, well, I'm sorry, Final Fantasy 16 is struggling to adapt to the modern trends of gaming. It's such a weird thing, in my opinion, to say about this because Final Fantasy has always been a more, well, the earlier games have been more medieval with 7 and
Jay up in the
13.
house.
Oh, Jay's here. What's up, buddy? Welcome, welcome. Now everyone knows Final Fantasy. The problem I have with him saying this is Square has recently took to thinking that NFTs are the future with the company. And I have a huge problem with that. I've said it numerous times. I think NFTs destroy gaming community. Many YouTubers have made videos on finding their artwork was stolen. Channel logos and stuff were being sold with different color schemes on these NFT sites.
Yeah.
So how he can say that? I mean, unless he's playing 8D chess and they plan on going after everybody. Because what's to stop these people from taking Square's characters, recoloring them and putting them up on these NFT sites for sale?
Haven't played any Final Fantasy games since 10. You're slacking, bruh.
Listen, 10 is a great game, though.
It is.
If he finished the game, he closed out on a good chapter.
It is a really good game. But there's so many other ones after that are good.
Yeah. And he says but when considering the direction of AAA titles, Final Fantasy has never followed AAA title. The AAA title map.
Right.
They've never done it. Final Fantasy's always been its own thing. Now we know that Final Fantasy 16 won't be an open world. They'll have different regions that you can jump to and explore a little bit, which we kind of knew that was going to go to the wayside with the way graphics are coming now with games. It's just simply too much to expect an open world. Inverses Luminous Week. This Hayes Madsen was talking about an interview that he did that was for this whole story. He also said 16 won't have a party system. It'll focus more on just the main character, Clive. But this whole story, I don't like it. I don't like him saying that Final Fantasy's struggling to keep up with trends. Why does it matter? Final Fantasy has always been its own thing. Rob's talking and I can't hear him.
Yeah, I know. I was muted. It's all good now.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize I touched my mic, and my mic has the captive mute that whenever you touch it, it mutes it.
Yeah.
Um, when you get too much
And just the whole
cocaine.
thing with NFTs.
I mean,
Oh my God.
I don't know. I
Come
don't
on,
know how
Rob.
I feel
Come on,
about it.
Rob. You sound like you got something you want to say about it.
I mean, as long as they don't take away from the actual game, like, that's my biggest thing. Um, like, what exactly is the NFT integration gonna be?
Uh,
Like,
I mean,
like they were
why?
talk
Why
like.
would you even consider that?
Well, here's the thing. Like, we know that Cloud is gonna have an NFT version. Square Enix announced a new line of Cloud Strife action figures using the original character design, the blocky polygonal Cloud design. Um, an NFT version of the figure is available whenever you purchase it. Um, but I mean, this is kind of freaking weird, man.
It's such an odd story to try and talk about.
Well, it's not even that. Okay, so my biggest thing, Final Fantasy VII. The whole freaking game is about environmental awareness. Avalanche is literally eco-terrorists, basically. And they're all against a big corporation, oil, destroying the earth. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh yeah, hey, look, we're gonna do NFTs. And I mean,
Like Jay said, buy this Aerith NFT or we kill a puppy.
what was
Captain Planet with a
the
gun arm.
puppy's name? That's the mascot for Avalanche in there. Is it Scrappy?
Oh man.
Scrappy, isn't it?
Hold on, let
I think
me.
it's Scrappy, or whatever it is. Um, so NFTs are non-fungible tokens. They're basically digital trading cards. They exist on the blockchain with no tangible form, and the price tag is dictated by the highest bidder. We know NFTs have been seeing a rise and everything, and while they're digital, they might seem harmless.
Stamp.
Stampy.
That's his name.
They create like energy concerns because of consumption, because of the blockchain. There's been studies and everything by independent blockchain analysts that have concluded that minting one NFT uses 142 kilowatt hours. 142. That is about 5 times the amount that an average household puts out in a day to mint one NFT.
Okay, what is minting an NFT?
It's basically making the image and putting it onto the blockchain and all this other shit. It just seems like to me this whole process is like the opposite of what Final Fantasy VII is about. And this is where they're starting with this.
Yeah.
I mean, what? This is like going against your meaning of your game. I don't know. That's just how I feel.
Oh, it is. And you know what? Now I'm going to sit down and I'm going to thoroughly look into all this stuff because as I said, I watched a couple videos that this YouTuber did about Web3. Apparently, Web3 is the next stage of the internet.
You've heard of the Black Web?
And it's
We got the Web 3.
and apparently a lot of it has to do with NFTs and the power going back to content creators. But as I said on our last stream, someone can just steal any artwork we do and
Right.
sell it
Right.
and make money on it. And it'll completely devalue the original artwork that say you did.
Right.
I'm gonna look into it more because I don't know. Maybe there's a way you can code it or watermark it, so that way people know it's yours. I get it.
I don't know. I don't like the idea. I don't like the idea of NFTs in gaming, like especially like this. I don't know. Just not for me.
Yeah.
I feel like
You know what?
when we talk about gaming, we should be talking about evolving the gameplay, evolving dynamics, or the way that the game is played. Like
More
not.
resin statues.
I'm not even worried about the merchandise that comes from the game. Just give me the fucking game. Like, I
Yeah,
don't know. Give me an
I get
Elden
it.
Ring version of Final Fantasy. Like, come on.
That would be, oh my God, that would be awesome.
See? That's what I mean.
Running around as Cloud Strife, just beating things up.
I mean, can you just imagine running through Shinra, the Shinra raid?
Actually being able to run through the whole building instead
Through the
of
building. Give me
yeah.
a 4-hour game of that. Like, I will pay for that DLC. And yeah, watch this. We're gonna get to, and this is something that I've been thinking about recently and worried about.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get to the golden saucer, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to pay real money to play the games.
Oh God, no. Oh God, why did you say that? Yeah, this will be a way that Square can incorporate
Microtransactions.
not even just that, a mobile app casino.
I mean, literally, this is literally what loot boxes are. Like, this is how Final Fantasy brings in loot boxes.
Yes. Microtransactions that link you straight to the PlayStation Store.
Yeah.
To buy golden saucer tokens.
That's some fucky shit.
I mean, and this is a situation of, do you hate the player or the game?
At that point, I hate them both. I hate them both.
Because, I mean, look, they see how much money Activision makes.
Listen,
Look at how much everybody...
If they do that, I'm done. I won't play another Final Fantasy game ever again. I'm done. I will walk away from Square. I'm done.
Oh, I get it, bud. I'm right there with you.
Dude,
but
you hate your
at
internet.
this, you look at how much money Activision Blizzard makes from microtransactions.
Actazard? Yeah, I know. Ridiculous.
Do you hate the player or the game?
You hate them both. Both! Both? Both. Both.
Yeah.
I don't know. So let us know in the comments or on our social medias, like I said before, what you guys think about NFTs coming to Final Fantasy. You know, how you feel about this going against the Final Fantasy VII story plot. And just overall, you can even talk about microtransactions or whatever, however you're feeling about this or whatever topics it brings to your mind. Let us know in the comments or on our socials or wherever, because we really want to know what you guys think.
All right, our next story, we will be covering a little article put out by VGC about Gamescom opening night live.
And more, like, I don't want to say more importantly, but more of a focus on something that we know that I'm actually kind of hyped for. I know a lot of people that are hyped for it.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh.
And more importantly, Rob, Goat Simulator 3.
Well, yeah, I mean, Goat Simulator.
No.
Let's
No.
go.
I was just no, I was joking. Okay. I don't want to talk about that.
So, Kigley has again revealed that Gamescom online, Gamescom opening night live will feature an exclusive new look at Hogwarts Legacy. Warner Brothers and Portkey Games. Warner Brothers. There it is. Back to our story earlier. We're going to have Harry Potter in Multiverse.
I was just going to say Harry Potter in Multiverse.
I didn't even think of that. It's a think about that.
Expelliarmus.
I didn't even think about that. That's WB. So Warner Brothers and Portkey Games recently announced that Hogwarts Legacy has been delayed till 2023. Comes out the day after my birthday. Hogwarts Legacy will launch February 10th, 2023 for PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. The Switch launch date will be revealed soon. I don't think this game's going to run very good on Switch, but we talked about that before.
Switcher seemed to do pretty good.
We'll see.
No?
We'll see. The team is excited for you to play, but we need a little bit more time to deliver the best possible game experience, the team at WB and Portkey has said recently. The latest substantial gameplay footage that we got came from Sony's State of Play earlier this year, one of the few that was not a sorry State of Play. For those that have been longtime listeners, they know how I feel about the State of Plays, and I was pleasantly surprised.
I mean, a lot of times they just come out and they go, hey, please stay tuned. Peace.
Yeah. So Kigley has outlined what to expect from opening night. Wow, I cannot talk tonight. Opening night live, including some cool surprises and things that he doesn't think people will expect.
He said more than 20 games will be on.
More than 20. It's going to be a huge spectacle.
Will be on stage.
There's awesome guests coming, like we talked about with Calisto Protocol. We know that that's going to be there. He says that there's a fair mix of games that have been announced, and also a number of new games that will be announced as well. So, I mean, there's going to be gameplay clips, trailers, announcements, all kinds of cool shit coming to opening night live.
I want to see the Gamescom site, dude. Do we have a Gamescom site?
Oh yeah, we do. Kigley went on to add, we got some good stuff. We haven't really announced the lineup of the companies that will be there, but I think we've got some cool surprises and things that I think people won't expect to be there. A lot of games, 2 hours of content to show you gameplay, clips, trailers, and announcements. This year's a lighter year for releases that are coming out later this year, so a lot of the stuff will be about what's coming in 2023 and beyond. But he is very hyped and excited for fans to see the stuff and be in the room. Because as we talked about in an earlier show, Gamescom will be in person as well as digital. Now, unfortunately, I will not be able to live stream this because opening night live will start at 1:30 p.m. here on the East Coast.
Unfortunately, yeah. I mean, I'll be at work too. I would have loved.
Well, I'm
I
just
would have
saying we
loved.
will be. I will be live Tuesday night to talk about some of the stuff that we got from Cologne, Germany's Gamescom 2022. You know,
You know
sort
what
of
we
like
need to
our
do, Rob?
reactions to it.
We need to get there and be there if we could.
That would be nice. That would be nice. Maybe next year.
Yeah, hell, hell yeah.
Huh?
I said hell yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, let's get on a plane and go international. That's what I'm talking about. Gotta learn some
Let's
German
take this show on the road.
on the road. So, what are some things that you think we're gonna see at Gamescom? Is there anything that you're expecting?
See, that's what I was just trying to look at, but they don't have any information up on what studios are going to be there.
They're doing that on purpose.
I could see Square Enix being there.
Do you think we get more 16 news?
16, possibly some 7 news. We just had the anniversary.
We did.
They need to
25 Isn't
keep
it
this hype
25?
train rolling.
Is it 25?
30, no.
No, it's not 30. I'm pretty sure it's 25.
Yeah, 20. Yeah. Oh, no, yeah, because it's 25th year of 7.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we can get some 7 news.
a little bit, well, at least Crisis Core, because we have that coming soon.
Yeah, that releases next year.
Yeah. I thought it was this year, December.
Is it in December of this year? I thought it was January, February next year. I might be wrong. I could totally be wrong.
That's
Because
not
we
that
haven't really
far
gotten-
off from each other.
We really haven't gotten any.
Because I thought it was holiday of next year that we're getting 7 Part 2.
Crisis Core Reunion. No, that's for the original game.
Bandai Namco, I could see being there. Although they just released a weird game, Dragon Ball: The Breakers. It looks like a Dead by Daylight game, or maybe not Dead by Daylight. What's the survival one? You basically have to use moves to hold back Frieza so you can run around and grab the Dragon Balls.
So, this article from July is saying anywhere from late October to late February.
Of this year?
Next year. Like October this year, February next year.
Okay, yeah. So we're right around in that range, because I do remember holiday of next year was going to be
It
7
says the
Part
game's
2.
official announcement will be out this winter.
Oh. So we are not 100% sure when we're getting it.
Yeah,
That
they're
sucks.
saying, it could be anywhere from late October.
This could
through
be.
March.
This could be the
announcement.
Yeah, that they were referring to.
I don't think.
Nintendo, I don't know. I haven't really seen any news of something that they could be working on. You know what I mean?
I bet we get Final Fantasy news in the next State of Play.
Yeah, we could get some Modern Warfare talk from Activision.
I bet we do.
Because they're already talking about early access into the campaign for people who pre-order.
Right.
Maybe there's talk of Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot studio toys. There's talk of studio toys. Hold on. Now this studio toys, what the hell? Oh, it's Activision. Oh, Toys for Bob. Okay. It's okay, never mind that then. It was something weird that I saw that I thought might have been. Don't mind me, I'm retarded. Okay.
It's all right. We all do it. Well, we know that we're getting some
Yeah.
Sonic stuff. We know we're getting Goat Simulator.
Oh dear God. Yeah, like there's just there hasn't really been much discussion about studio releases. Game releases, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, we'll just have to wait and see. I think we'll get, like I said, we'll get the Sonic news. We'll get the Goat Simulator. We know that we're going to have Hogwarts Legacy. We know that we're gonna have Callisto Protocol. I wonder if we're gonna get any. What was that? Arkham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
Gotham Knights.
I don't think so. They've pretty much played their full hand on it. They've showed off all the characters, all their combat styles. They've launched the pre-orders for collector's editions, which sold out pretty fast. They did a bunch of trailers. There's even talk of some story stuff being potentially leaked. But there's no other cards to play, and it comes out in October. So they're probably all hands on deck right now, getting everything prepared to launch for the release.
I think we're gonna get more on it. I really do.
Yeah.
But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
So we had Tyler say that he's expecting some Dead Island. Saturnight, aka Ron, was saying that you get a week early if you do the digital pre-order for Modern Warfare 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's probably going to upset some people that pre-ordered physical, and they won't have the same level of access.
Yeah, I know, right?
And that kind of sucks because I mean, I prefer physical buys, so that way they can't revoke that license. Or maybe they can't. They put something in there so that way if like with PlayStation, if the access keys don't match up, then you can't access the disc.
So yeah, I know, right? So we know that Microsoft confirmed that they're going to be in attendance. They in their one press release, they said that we are excited to confirm that Xbox will be back on the show floor at Gamescom 2022.
Nice.
They can expect updates and some announced games coming to Xbox in the next 12 months. We have Redfall, we could get Forza, we could get Starfield, Flight Simulator, Grounded, Age of Empires. I'm pretty sure Ubisoft said that they're going to be there. Actually, yeah, because they're going to have. Because they said that
Sega
same time they said they're going to have their own showcase in September.
Oh, okay. Sega already said they're going to be there.
Right.
They have a booth and everything.
So with Ubisoft, we might get some Assassin's Creed Infinity news.
I mean, do people really still follow that?
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. More power to them.
Warner Brothers is going to be there. Sega, 505 Games, Coach Media, 2K, Bandai.
Well, we have
Sony
the full Sega lineup too.
Both said that they won't be there.
No, we're not really surprised by that anymore. Sony.
But just because they're not there on the show floor doesn't mean they're not going to have stuff announced.
What do you think? They're going to do some type of video?
They could. What if they drop a state of play on Thursday? Because they're good for that. They're good for announcing it like on Sunday and then doing it on Thursday.
Yeah, that's true.
We also know that Activision, EA, and Take-Two won't be there either.
It's
So,
but like I said, Sega will be there, and we have their full lineup. They already told us. They have a booth at the Gamescom hall where you can get a hands-on play of Sonic Frontiers, which is going to be their open world Sonic game. And the other games they're going to have there are Two Point Campus, Endless Dungeon, Demon Slayer, the Hinokami Chronicles. I'm guessing that's part of Demon Slayer. I've yet to actually watch the anime and stuff.
yeah.
Soul Hackers 2, Hyenas, Company of Heroes 3, and Total War Warhammer 3. Oh, one more. And Humankind. Sorry, I almost said Mankind. It's Humankind. But another Warhammer game. I know that's another series that's getting some ground with some popularity.
Yeah. So like Gamescom has said that, they're going to have over 1100 exhibitors from 53 countries with exhibition exposition. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk. Exhibition area that's over 220 meters. I don't know how many feet are in a meter, so
3.3, I think.
I thought that was a yard.
No, that's right. That is a yard.
So yeah, I don't know how many are in how many feet in meter. Feet in meter. Every 1 foot is like a third of a meter, so there's 3 meters in a foot. So that's roughly 2,200,000 meters is 721,784 feet. Now that's not squared, so squared it becomes even less.
Yeah. Well, it's huge. They have a whole cosplay village. They have a hall. They have an event area, communities, live streaming area. Which I just clicked on. Get out of here. Are you kidding me? They do. They have a room for people, it looks like. Oh, it's for IGN. Well, in 2021, it was IGN. They had it. But what I found interesting was that was something I didn't talk about, which we'll do it. We'll do it after we finish these stories. They have a whole big section for cosplayers.
They also have a retro area.
Nice.
The retro.
So we got a lot.
The retro area.
We got a lot to
take
cover.
a journey through 50 years of video games. Visitors will have a chance to try out various consoles, pinball machines, and other gaming machines. On stage, there'll be small tournaments, quiz rounds, movies, presentations, interviews, and live music by blah artists. Guests will include the legendary Studio Factor 5 composer Chris Halsenberg. So, I mean, it's huge. Huge.
Oh,
so yeah,
man.
Gamescom. A lot of shit coming for that. Like I said, we will be doing, well, at least I, hopefully Bren too, will be, and maybe Jay. Maybe we won't get Jay in here. Our, like, recap video that night of everything that took place. We'll have a good understanding, do some research on it and all that. But we want to know what you think is happening at Gamescom. What are your predictions? What do you see coming? Let us know in the comments or over on our social medias. Like I said, we're on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're everywhere. If it's got a social media, we're there.
Oh. All right, and for our final story, we will be covering the THQ Nordic. I want to say that's a 10, but the corner of it's glitched out, so who knows anymore. Yeah, 10th anniversary digital showcase. And the highlight was Alone in the Dark, a long rumored current gen reboot of the classic horror franchise.
It looks great.
They also showed off AEW Fight Forever, a wrestling game.
Tempest Rising.
Oh, it's a RTS. Well, it's inspired by RTS greats from the 90s and 2000s, which, speaking on that, I've never played a StarCraft game.
I love them. So
we have Space for Sale, Wreck Nation, which looks like a racing game, Gothic,
which looks pretty good.
It does. Jagged Alliance 3, Outcast 2.
Yeah.
SpongeBob.
And I love that they have Neanderthal SpongeBob on the front.
Yeah, and Neanderthal Patrick. Knights of Honor 2, Destroy All Humans 2, Way of the Hunter, which I think it's funny on video on VGC.
They have the wrong video.
Yeah, they have Stunt Fest video over Way of the Hunter.
They actually have it on their
and yeah, the Valiant.
Well, they have Way of the Hunter, and it has a Summer for Stunt Fest video, and then they have Stunt Fest, which also has that same video.
Oh, Stunt Fest World Tour, yeah. So.
And then there's the Valiant, which is like a medieval game, which is PC. Stuntfest is PC. Doesn't say anything really about Way of the Hunter. Hopefully Destroy All Humans 2 reprobed. I don't know if that's going to be a PS exclusive or if it's going to be on everything, because the original was a PS2 game. Knights of Honor 2 is a PC. AEW, I'm sure, will be everywhere. SpongeBob is everywhere. Outcast 2 is PC, PS5, Xbox, Next Gen. Jagged Alliance 3 is PC. Gothic is PS5 and Next Gen Xbox.
It's PC too.
What?
In development for PC, PS5, and Xbox. Gothic.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh, well, my bad.
Space for Sale is PC. Tempest Rising will be PC. Alone in the Dark, I'm sure, is going to be multi-platform because it's huge. So yeah.
What was that? Oh, Alan Wake. That was the game that's set in the same universe as Control. Okay, never mind. Because I still need to play that. I like the story for Control, and that's when I saw Alan Wake was on its way. Now I want to go back and play it. Sorry, I know, a little off topic. Alone in the Dark made me think of it.
I mean, it kind of has that feel to it.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing. We haven't had time to sit down and watch each of these trailers. and they don't really talk about the games in the article.
So like Alone in the Dark is almost like it almost has a BioShock feel to it because it's like
Okay,
a real noir game.
I can get behind that.
But there's all kinds of like monsters and shit. So I
Nice.
mean, I'm excited for it.
Well, now that I have branched out into multi-platform,
Boom.
I can even try out these new games.
I know, right? Bringing it all together.
Oh, dude, it is. As much as I enjoyed seeing the Baldur's Gate remasters brought to console, the fact that they never thought to add mouse and keyboard support.
I know.
Quick complaint, it's annoying when you're using the joystick to position your character just right to interact with an object to grab an item.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tempest Rising, the name's catchy. I'm going to check it out.
Like I said, I mean, it's an RTS base building game, so I'm all for it.
Like StarCraft type
Pretty
of
much.
base building, or like mobile game build a city.
No.
Okay. I've started to delve in that area too. So
Nice.
if a lot of these games are PC, I got some homework to do.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Because I know you and your family, you, your father, and your son, Age of Empires, even dating back to Windows 95.
All the
98.
way back to 95.
Yeah. I remember those days.
Bringing all the classics back. I love
Your
it.
ears getting a little sweaty there, bud?
No, my headphones were dying, so I plugged them in for a couple minutes.
Oh, okay.
But they rapid charge, so it's good.
Nice.
But yeah, I mean that's pretty much the last article. We have these. Good.
There is a THQ game that I started playing now that I have Xbox PC Pass.
Okay.
I think you should check it out. It's
Okay.
isometric. It plays like Baldur's Gate.
Okay.
And now I feel like an ass because
you don't remember the name.
And it was a game that kept popping up on Amazon. The collector's edition was on sale for the longest time.
Oh, we got to stretch.
Oh, okay.
Stretching big.
And it's not going to show because I don't have my hard drive plugged in.
Wah, 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 wah.
Pillars of Eternity 2.
Oh, okay.
That was it. I dove into that game for a little bit.
I downloaded a game that I haven't played yet. It's called Expeditions Rome. It's on Games Pass PC. It looks like the reason it drew me in was it's kind of like Age of Empires.
Okay. Level up.
In Expeditions Rome, you will exert the will of Rome through your actions in the world stage, from the bright blue coasts of Greece to the deep forests of Gaul. Decide how people will view you in Rome.
Nice.
So it's like you control different bases and stuff, and like you upgrade the cities and you fight off invading armies and all this other stuff.
Nice.
So it looks pretty good.
Cool. Yeah, but THQ to me is one of those studios that put out some low key bangers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Um, especially when you enjoy the strategy style games.
Right.
I thoroughly enjoyed Pillars of Eternity for the couple hours I've been playing it. And now I have a reason to go back and watch all these trailers because they look good.
Right. I mean, like you said, THQ. They've put out a lot of good games. From Red Faction, they did Saints Row the Third. There's other ones too here. What am I? I mean, they've been putting out games since NES. Like, they did.
Oh yeah,
Wayne Gretzky Hockey.
oh yeah, they're a studio that definitely goes way back.
They did a Wayne's World game.
Yep, I remember playing that on Genesis.
Circle of Blood for PlayStation.
Sounds familiar. Sounds familiar.
They did a Rugrats game. They did the Small Soldiers game. They did a Toy Story game. Star Wars Yoda Stories for Game Boy Color.
Nice.
So I mean, yeah, their list is pretty big. MTV Sports Skateboarding.
I at first I thought it was NBA Jam, but that was Acclaim, which is now shut down.
NBA Jam was the shit. He's on fire from downtown.
Yeah, I was gonna say doing half court dunks.
I love it. I love it. So yeah, I mean, THQ has done a lot of shit. I mean, this list is like 15 pages long, so I can't go through all of it. But there are a fuck ton of them. Like I said, dating all the way back to the original Nintendo.
Nintendo don't care.
Nintendo don't care. Did a bunch of mobile games too, apparently.
Oh yeah?
Apparently.
I'm gonna have to check some of them out. So
I don't even know what the fuck that is. On Live? What is On Live? On Live was a Mountain View, California-based provider of cloud virtualization technologies. They were one of the first cloud gaming services. Got it.
Oh my god, On Live.
Yeah.
I remember that.
They were 2009 to 2012.
So On Live was weird. It was this little streaming box. I remember my brother-in-law gave it to my wife and I at our old apartment. It was essentially the way before smart TVs that you used streaming apps for movies and TV shows, and then yeah, it ran this update that added the On Live gaming service that you could pay a monthly subscription to.
The Play Pack flat rate.
Yeah, that you could, and it was basically early Stadia.
Yep.
But the remote was this big bulky thing that had two sides to it. That you could use that as the controller.
Or you could get an actual controller.
Yeah, you could use USB plug-in. It did not last.
It also had its own thing. Its own controller.
Oh, okay. It did not last long because people complained of, it was PS3 era online gaming. It was way ahead of its time. It didn't have the bandwidth and speeds to support, and the box itself didn't have the hardware.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I gotta find that box now.
So on April 3rd, 2015, OnLive announced that it had sold most of its assets to Sony. Go figure, right?
Shadow Cloud PC.
Well,
That's what it's called now.
Go figure.
Okay, my bad.
No, you're good. You're good. So yeah, let us know what you guys think about THQ or online game streaming, like we had talked about just recently with Stadia or any of the other ones, because I am still a Stadia fan. I like Stadia.
You know what? I think I'm gonna bring my work laptop home because it's like this cheap little
Dude,
$200-$300 Chromebook.
I have Stadia on my smart TV.
I know, but Stadia is an option on a $200 Chromebook.
Well, Stadia can be done through anything. You could do Stadia through.
I'm interested in seeing how well it looks. So like I said, I'm going to bring it home. I'm going to hook it up.
It will look great. It'll put out whatever your display is, because it is just live streaming from a server that is running the game. That's why Cyberpunk ran so well on it, because it was being played from a 3080 at the time. Basically, it was played from a 3080 graphics card. It was the PC version of the game.
Yeah, it was just a row of server computers.
Yep.
Running the whole thing.
Yep. Which is why I think the Stadia had great ideas. It was just poorly executed. But that's just my 2 cents.
Hey, you know what? Is it still going?
Yeah.
Then it's got to be doing good.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. But yeah, let us know what your thoughts are on any of our topics tonight. Check out our socials. You know, we are over on Facebook with Warpoint Streaming. We also have our Warpoint group, which we talk all kinds of nerdy stuff. There's all kinds of art that goes in there. We talk Ninja Turtles and comics and all kinds of stuff. I love it. Check out our Twitch, which we are not too active on, or Twitter, which we are not too active on, but we put little updates here and there.
The hard part is Twitter is just such a cesspool anymore.
Yeah, pretty much.
Any discussion, it's all trolls anymore.
It devolves into madness and chaos. That's what that's the definition of Twitter: madness and chaos.
Yeah. At least on Facebook we have discussions
right
about the games.
So,
or the artwork, because you somehow find some pretty good ones.
Oh, I love it. It comes across my feed on Facebook, and boom, instantly I'm like, the group will like this.
Nice.
So yeah, check that out. You can check this out on YouTube, because we upload there, and we are starting to go back to our podcast format, and you'll be able to find it on all podcast providers, whether it's Apple Podcast, iTunes, I don't know. Google Podcasts, we're on Stitcher and Spotify. We're everywhere. We are everywhere. But yeah, check that out. You can check us out, like I said, next Tuesday. We will be live giving our recap from Gamescom. Who knows? We might go live sometime in between now and then with some either multiverses.
Well, I was just gonna say multiverse.
Or we could jump into some Ninja Turtles, Revenge of Shredder. We got, Monster Hunter Rise. We got all kinds of stuff. If there's something you guys want to play, let us know on our socials. More than happy to jump in and game with you guys. We love it. We love you guys. And as always, we'll catch you at the warp point.
Peace.